Welcome everyone to my channel. Please subscribe and like this video, and let's start discuss about the economy.
According to data from the Bank of Russia, exporters sold $12 billion on the domestic foreign exchange market each month during the spring and summer. However, in September this figure dropped to $8 billion, and in October it rose slightly to $10 billion. As you see this graphic, the technical analysis. The weakening of the ruble is linked to the increased demand for foreign currency. Toward the end of the year, capital outflows traditionally grow. This is partly due to geopolitical risks and higher government spending on imported goods. While a weaker ruble benefits exporters, it's less favorable for importers and Russian citizens. Some recommend keeping most savings in rubles in bank deposits, with a smaller portion in foreign currency, as a hedge against further ruble devaluation. Today, the dollar on the forex market exceeded 107 rubles, as you see, and the euro climbed above 113 rubles. These levels were last seen in the March 2022. Meanwhile, the central bank raised the official dollar rate for November 27 to 105 rubles, up from 103.7 rubles the day before. According to Russian Finance Minister Anton Siluanov, the current ruble exchange rate is advantageous for exporters, which he considers more important than the key interest rate. There are many reasons for the dollar's rise, including geopolitical tensions, sanctions on banks, and surging interest rates in the money market. However, some predict that the market may soon stabilize. The ruble is currently oversold, which could signal a correction phase, as you see. But by the end of the year, the dollar could reach 110 rubles due for further increases in central bank's key interest rate over the past 2 weeks. The ruble's weakening has intensified, suggesting that a correction phase favoring ruble strengthening may be approaching. So the current exchange range of the ruble supports export growth and is more critical for exporters than the key interest rate, according to Russian Finance Minister Anton Siluanov. The most important thing is that the exchange rate matters more for exporters than the interest rate, Siluanov stated at the Financial University International Forum. I am not saying the exchange rate is good or bad. I am just saying that today's rate is very favorable for exporters, he added. However, Sergei Chemezov, CEO of the state corporation Rostech, pointed out challenges in producing export goods due to high interest rates. The majority of the products we manufacture and export are long-term production items, taking a year or more. For export contracts, advance payments usually cover only 20-30%. The rest has to be financed through loans. With such a high key interest rate, it's simply unfeasible. Any contract becomes unprofitable, Chemezov explained. At this rate, we may have to halt exports, especially for products with long production cycles, he added. Siluanov highlighted the existence of national projects to support Russian export. There are tools, including budgetary ones, that help sustain exports even in these difficult conditions for accessing credit resources, the minister noted. He also emphasized the need to address inflation. Inflation affects people with low incomes the most. It also hits companies with rising costs linked to inflation, such as wages, raw materials, and other production inputs. These costs often grow faster than inflation itself. Resolving the issue of inflation is a priority, and this we align with the central bank, Siluan said. So the Russian Ministry of Finance has drafted a bill allowing tax authorities to recover debts from individuals without going to court, provided the debtor doesn't challenge the assessment. On November 25, the government commission approved the proposal. Currently, this mechanism applies only to business and sole proprietors, but with the rise of self-employment, it has become increasingly relevant for individual taxpayers. The new measures aim to boost budget revenues, reduce administrative costs, and ease the burden on courts. However, there is a risk of ordinary citizens being affected in cases of technical errors or misconduct by tax officials. How tax debts recovery will work for individuals. Russia is set to introduce a simplified procedure for collecting tax debts from individuals without court involvement. This mechanism will apply if the debtor doesn't dispute the additional assessment. The challenge will affect those who declare the obligation independently for when filing tax returns or using the self-employment tax regime. According to government sources, the amendments approved by the Commission on November 25 could take effect as early as November 2025. Currently, tax debts of individuals are recovered through court processings, noted and experts in tax and civil disputes as the Russian Lawyers Association. He explained that tax authorities file claims and after a court ruling they can cover the required amount by freezing bank accounts or restricting property transactions. Lower added that tax authorities must file a court application within 6 months of the payment deadline. He also clarified that the Federal Tax Service can only escalate cases to justice authorities if the debts exceed 10,000 rubles. Most commonly, such cases involved unpaid personal income tax, property tax, and vehicle tax, according to legal experts. Additionally, as self-employment grows, so do tax arrears related to professional income tax. Generally, individuals, particularly self-employment taxpayers, don't always fully declare their income. Many try to conceal earnings to avoid paying taxes, especially for smaller accounts. Furthermore, not all citizens are fully aware of the obligations, he emphasized. Under the proposed rules, if the tax office sent a debt collection notice without court involvement and the individual disagrees, they can file a recalculation request or complaint, either before or after the payment deadline. If the objection is denied, the individual can reiterate the disagreement within a month, at which point the matter will go to court. The bill also includes procedural guarantees, such as protected essential assets and income. Additionally, banking operations on individual accounts will not be frozen according to the draft materials. Financial and administrative impact. The Ministry of Finance expects the changes to add 22.5 billion rubles to the budget system, though the document don't especially whether this is an annual figure. Currently, over 95% of administrative cases reviewed by courts involve tax collection, the Ministry's press service revealed. Only about 1% of these cases are cancelled at the debtor request, with 96% of those cancellations confirmed as legitimate by the court. These statistics, according to the Minister of Finance, support the feasibility of implementing the proposed amendments. What do you think about this? Please subscribe to the channel.